Welcome to today's Explainer. We're tackling a topic today that literally affects millions of us, either personally or through someone we love, and that is heart health and cardiovascular nutrition. Now, I know, the second you hear the word cholesterol, it's usually followed by a wave of dread and a whole bunch of complicated medical jargon from your doctor. But today, we're tossing the complex textbooks right out the window. We're going to build a simple, jargon-free guide so you can actually understand your body and take real control of your health. So let's just dive right in and ask the big question that's probably on your mind. We see promises of quick fixes and miracle diets everywhere, right? But cutting through all that marketing noise, can a simple, everyday meal routine actually reverse high cholesterol? Like, is it really possible to just eat your way out of the cardiovascular danger zone? I want you to hold on to that thought because the answer we're unpacking today is absolutely empowering. You're going to be shocked by just how much cholesterol control you have right inside your own kitchen. To get there, here's our game plan. We'll start with understanding cholesterol basics, move into good versus bad cholesterol, look at foods that raise bad cholesterol, how to lower cholesterol naturally, a simple heart-healthy routine, and finally, reversing cholesterol with diet.
All right, part one, understanding cholesterol basics.
You know, we tend to treat cholesterol like this ultimate villain that we need to completely wipe out. But the truth totally flips that script. It's a waxy, fat-like substance that your body actually needs. Your liver naturally pumps it out because it's a critical building block. It helps form the structure of literally every single cell membrane in your body. It makes vital hormones, and it even helps you synthesize vitamin D from the sun. We absolutely couldn't survive without it. So the problem isn't that cholesterol exists. The issue is simply what happens when that delicate balance gets thrown off track. Moving into part two, good versus bad cholesterol. To picture this balance, I want you to imagine your bloodstream as a super busy highway system. On one side, you've got LDL, or low-density lipoprotein. That's our bad cholesterol. Think of LDL as little delivery trucks, taking cholesterol out to your cells. But when there are just way too many of these trucks on the road, they start breaking down. They drop their cargo, which turns into a sticky, hard plaque along the walls of your arteries. Basically, it's a massive traffic jam waiting to happen that restricts blood flow to your heart. But on the flip side, we have HDL, high-density lipoprotein. This is the good cholesterol. Think of HDL as the highway tow trucks. Their entire job is to cruise down the bloodstream, scoop up those broken-down LDL trucks, and tow them straight back to the liver where they're trashed. So you want fewer delivery trucks clogging things up and a massive fleet of tow trucks keeping the highways totally clear. Let's look at part three, foods that raise bad cholesterol. So what's causing the traffic jam? Well, here's the lineup of foods notorious for flooding your system with bad cholesterol. We're talking processed meats, your bacon, sausages, and hot dogs, fried foods dripping in heavily processed oils, full-fat dairy like heavy cheeses and butter, and of course, commercially baked goods packed with sneaky artificial trans fats. Eating these on the regular, it is literally like dumping hundreds of broken-down delivery trucks straight onto your arterial highway. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that avoiding these specific fats is your first real step toward true cholesterol control. We used to point the finger at cholesterol-rich foods like eggs, but modern cardiovascular nutrition proves the real culprits are actually saturated and trans fats. If you want to stop the traffic jam, you've got to stop these specific fats from entering the system. Part 4. How to lower cholesterol naturally. Now for the good news. Meet the dietary heroes that naturally lower your cholesterol and massively improve your cardiovascular nutrition. We've got oats and whole grains, beans and legumes, like lentils and chickpeas, nuts and seeds, especially almonds and walnuts, fatty fish like salmon, which are loaded with heart-protecting omega-3s, extra virgin olive oil, and pectin-rich fruits like apples, grapes, and berries. These aren't just empty calories, guys. They're basically an active cleanup crew sent into your body to fix the mess. And the way they clean up is honestly amazing. It all comes down to soluble fiber. When you eat things like oats or beans, that fiber literally turns into a gel inside your digestive tract. It acts exactly like a sponge, soaking up bad cholesterol particles before they can even hit your bloodstream. Once that sponge is full, your body just naturally flushes it out as waste. It's nature's ultimate cleanup crew. You are physically trapping the bad stuff and escorting it right out the front door. Which brings us to part 5, a simple, heart-healthy routine. Let's see what this looks like in real life with a super simple, delicious daily routine. Step 1. Kick off your morning with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries. Boom, you've immediately sent that soluble fiber sponge into your system first thing. Step 2. For lunch, grab a big, crisp bowl of leafy greens, toss in some chickpeas or black beans, and give it a heavy drizzle of olive oil. You're getting plant-based protein, healthy fats to fuel those good cholesterol tow trucks, and even more fiber. Step 3. Dinner is a flavorful piece of grilled salmon alongside a huge pile of roasted vegetables. The omega-3s in the fish reduce inflammation, and the veggies keep your blood vessels flexible. This isn't some miserable, restrictive diet. It's vibrant, it's filling, and it's doing incredible work for your arteries all day long.
Finally, part 6, reversing cholesterol with diet.
So, circling all the way back to that ultimate question we asked at the very beginning of this explainer, if you actually stick to this routine, if you ditch the saturated fats and load up on those soluble fiber sponges, is it really enough to reverse the damage? The answer is a massive, resounding yes. For so many people, proactive dietary changes are incredibly effective. A consistent, fiber-rich, heart-healthy blueprint can significantly lower high cholesterol, sometimes even enough to totally prevent the need for medication. By actively cutting down those bad delivery trucks and supercharging your tow trucks with your daily food choices, you are quite literally changing the traffic flow in your arteries. Sure, it takes time, and consistency is key, but your body is amazingly resilient and ready to heal if you just give it the right tools. I want to leave you with this final thought. What you choose to put on your plate every day is your single most powerful tool for lifelong heart health. You do not need a medical degree to completely own your cardiovascular nutrition. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal, provided you give it the right fuel. So, armed with everything you know now about the sponges, the tow trucks, and the absolute power of your next meal, are you going to keep funding that traffic jam, or are you ready to clear the road? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time.